Trust me, I'm not judging. I'm just.
But yeah.
So no. So so wait, when's your birthday?
August.
August what?
16th.
You'll be 36 August 16th.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, I could have just, like, when I divorced my ex and I made the decision to do that, I told myself that I would rather be single than unhappily married. So I don't really want to, like, settle for the wrong type of person.
Did you think he was the right type of person?
I think he's a good person. I just don't think.
So basically it was just like the job and see, like he just didn't want to move up in his company. That's what did it for you, or
No, there are many things. Like, when I saw a lot of red flags when we were like 2 years married. I bought him. We decided at our 2-year wedding anniversary we'd start talking about having a family. And so it was February before. So we got married in May. So it was February before May. I bought him a brand new car and surprised him with it. So he was like on a work trip, and when he came back, I like took him to the dealership, and there was the car. Then I purposely purchased like an SUV. He had wanted it anyways, like that was the one he wanted. But I was like, hey, listen, like in a few months when we start talking about kids, like that's one reason why I was like so on board with you wanting this car. And he seemed, yeah, that sounds great. That's also why I was attracted to this car. Cool.
oh, so it's basically for family,
Yeah.
kids purpose. Okay.
But it would be his car. Like I had a sedan because I just was going downtown and like working at park construction and everything like in Milwaukee. So, shit, it smells like that. Then I started I had felt sick. I hadn't been diagnosed with Crohn's yet, but I knew something was wrong.
So when were you diagnosed with Crohn's disease?
2013. So this
Okay.
would have been our 2-year wedding anniversary.
This is like
But
running
it
the
was in
family,
July.
or
Nope, it's not genetic.
okay.
So I knew I was not feeling well, and he just didn't give a shit on whether or not I felt well or not. Like, in so many things that we did, like we had weddings and trips and stuff, and like I couldn't eat, I couldn't keep anything down. All I was passing was blood. Like that's all that was happening.
Anal or vaginal?
Anal.
Oh.
And then I would throw up just randomly. I wasn't eating. I lost like 40 pounds, just like not even trying. I was not healthy. And I had gone to the doctor. They like ran me immediately to get a colonoscopy. They were like, you either have colitis, Crohn's, or cancer. You could also have cancer and those two things too, depending on how far it's gone. So I'm on my way to get a colonoscopy. Like he was there making fun of me through the prep because he thought it was just hilarious that like you take stuff to shit when it doesn't like make you feel good. And I was like, ha ha ha, yeah.
Wait, you say he was laughing because?
Yeah, because like I'm drinking this stuff,
Oh.
you know, and it was hurting. Like it hurt so bad. Like if I drink water, it would hurt.
Yeah.
So like I was in just a ton of pain, and normally I would totally think poop jokes are hilarious, but like I didn't feel well. So that whole day I was just like, you're an asshole. Like in my head I'm just like, you're an asshole. But I was like, okay, give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not normally this crabby. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So the next day we walk out to the car. It's the day of my colonoscopy. I had asked him to take off work because I just didn't feel comfortable. Number one, I couldn't drive home. So
Did you have to take off work a while, or
I had to take off work for that colonoscopy. I never would really take off work, but I had to take off work for the procedure.
Have you ever took off, like, aside from vacation, like a time period, off work, or?
Yeah. If it was anything family oriented, like he had 2 grandmothers that passed, I immediately took off work, set up everything, planned the trip. I had never even met these grandmothers. He never even introduced me to them, but I was like there. So when we were heading out to the car, so he didn't ask off work. for it, so I had to find a ride home from my colonoscopy after I would come out of the anesthesia. So that was like red flag number one, like, why don't you want to be there for me? And then we walk out to the car, and someone had like dented his car on the driver's side door. And all he could think about and all he was upset about was this dent in the door. And I'm just like, I can get the door fixed. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm kind of worried about something else right now. Can you help me calm down? Because I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I thought I was going to die or something. Like, I just didn't know what was wrong. And he's like, well, I just can't have nice things. And it's just annoying. And like, the whole drive to the hospital, that's all he could talk about was the dent. Then he left me there. Then my grandmother died, and he didn't take off work for my grandmother. My grandmother was everything to me. He wasn't there at the funeral. We were late at the funeral because he didn't want to take the day off for the funeral for it. It was just like these like domino. Then he didn't want to talk about having children after we had our 2-year wedding anniversary. It was just like a domino effect of just like, what the fuck happened? And then I started shutting down and not communicating as much. But I did say to him, I'm like, how come, like, I feel like I always have to initiate sex? How come I always feel like I have to, like, ask you if I look okay or something? Like, shouldn't you, like, think your wife is beautiful or whatever? Like, I'm going through a lot physically, and it just seems like you're not there for me or don't want to be there for me. Is there something I'm doing that makes you feel like you don't want to be there for me? And he's just like, I don't know, it seems like you got it under control. It's like, cool, like, don't. I'm, like, falling apart.
Well, he was probably used to
but I was telling him, I am falling out of control. I do not feel okay.
I'm saying,
can you be here for me?
He probably was used to the
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I don't feel well. I feel like I'm falling apart. Can you just be here with me today? No, you're good. No, I'm not good. I don't feel well.
I know, I'm saying what he's...
I get that's what he's used to, and he fucking talked about that in therapy, and that's fine. But I'm telling you, like, I don't want to be with somebody that just thinks I'm good and just thinks I'm okay and doesn't listen to me when I am asking them for help.
Was he like, I want to get into figures, like, did you make like 2 or 3 times more than him?
I made 3 times more than him.
Well, that's...
And he didn't even know how much I made. He never looked at the bank account. He could just go...
He never really cared?
He was an ATM. He was, yeah. And it didn't bother me. That didn't bother me. The fact of the matter is what bothered me is I was the only one trying to push a family, push something to progressively, whether it was family, whether it was education. Okay, so we're not going to have kids. Are you going to go to school? Okay, you're not going to go to school. Are you going to progress in your career? Okay, you're not going to progress in your career. Are we going to do something about this house? Like, what the fuck are you doing? He literally would just come home and sit on the couch. That's all he would do. And then he wouldn't have sex with me.
Did you watch porn?
I'm sure he did. And that's fine. Like, that's what he wanted to do. But that's not the person I want to be married to.
Did you ever want to spice it up? Like, maybe bring another chicken?
No, he didn't want a threesome.
But did you run it by him?
Yeah, I mean, I ran anything by him. I'm like, I have a whole box of fucking toys under my bed right now because, like, I tried anything.
You have a box of dildos under your bed?
No, just all different types of toys.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's okay. I'm over it. But I'd rather be alone than with somebody who can't be a partner. So like the other thing that concerns me is as I'm talking to you, is I feel like you want to put me in like a bucket and not know who I am actually as a person.
No, that's why I'm talking to you. That's
okay.
why I'm asking you questions. No, that's why I'm asking you questions.
Okay.
I'm not, I don't judge individuals always,
It's just weird.
What?
Like sometimes when you say like career woman or whatever, I'm like, that's not a label that I want. Yes, I have a career and yes, I'm a woman, but that's not what defines me as a human being. So I don't know. I just like that kind of bothers me.
Oh, when I say career woman?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I mean, you're a career woman. I mean, you make a lot. You support yourself. You take care of yourself. That's what you are. I mean, there's no. Yeah. Here's the thing. There's no. I'm not trying to make it seem like, career woman is bad. I'm just saying career woman.
But that's like only saying that you're a black man. Like, you're a black man. That's it. That's all you are, a black man.
No,
that's what it feels like.
That's why I was born. I'm just saying that's why I was born. I'm black. I'm not
but
gonna change.
If that's all I said. Oh, black men only do this, or black men do this, and black men do that.
I'm saying you're a career woman. I'm born black. You weren't born a career woman. I'm just saying, you know.
That's not true. Came out of the womb with like a fucking calculator ready to go.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm saying, did you have that like mindset of?
I never played house. I played office.
So you never.
My cousins got kitchens and dining sets, and I got a kitchen set, but I was like on the phone, and I would use the kitchen counter as like a desk, and I wrote fake checks and stuff.
Oh wow! So you started off what was that, like 5, 6 years old?
Younger than that. I have a picture from my 3rd birthday.
Writing checks.
Yeah.
And with a calculator.
Yeah.
Well, see, you were. I mean, that's the. You know, I mean.
I still always carried a baby doll with me, though.
I mean, see, you gotta understand, when I say career woman, don't really think I'm not saying it's bad. You seem like you got a good life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's.
I like my life.
Yeah.
I just like, if I don't end up getting married again, or if I don't end up being like with somebody again, like, it's not going to be what defines me. Do I want those things? 100%. But I'm not going to like settle.
How about this?
Because.
Would you take a marriage? And well, I already phrased that question. Would you career or marriage? If you had a choice.
I mean, that's not a cut and dry answer for me.
Career or marriage, if you had a choice?
Career has been more rewarding to me than a marriage has ever been. Just from my own experience. So if I had to base it off of historical facts and data, then career. There's a clear path.
Okay, well, if you had a good guy, dream guy, et cetera,
yeah. Then 100%. Then I would quit. Like, if his career demanded him to do something else, and yeah, then sure, why not? Then marriage. But there would have to, like, there's like a lot of caveats for me if that's the case. Like, that's why I think a partnership is super important, and not just like, this is your role, this is your role. Like, that's what I was talking about with like the last 2 times we saw each other. I'm like, it's a sliding scale of what you give to the relationship. Sometimes like it's somebody, like, if, for example, like you're in school and everything like that, like if you wouldn't work and if you were just in a partnership with somebody else has to be 100% on board with the fact that they're carrying on the financial burden, and that's just their time and their role with you going to school. But guess what? Then that sliding scale is going to skip over and be 50-50 at one point, or maybe there's going to be a point where that person's sick and you'll have to do 80 or 90% of the stuff. Like, that's just what happens. And I'm perfectly okay with that, but the problem is like when it's not reciprocal and the person, no matter what, when my sliding scale is like, I can only give 10% right now and you're not willing to budge, I don't want to be a part of that. That's not what we vowed to do.
Like the Indian guy?
The Indian guy?
Wait, did you say, oh, I thought an Indian, you talked about an Indian guy.
I dated an Indian guy before.
Oh.
But.
That's the Drake Hotel guy.
No, he was Palestinian.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like a rebound guy. Like, I shouldn't have gotten into that. He wanted to like get married and have babies right away. I'd only been separated for a year, so no thanks.
You probably missed out on a good man.
No, he was not. He's not a good man.
No.
He's a user.
What do you mean he's a user?
He's a user and a poser. Like, he uses other people to get where he wants to go.
Like how? How did he?
He's never earned it.
What did he?
Oh, he used my. He was 38. He's 30. I think he's 40 now. He used me for my contacts. Like, he got a job through me. He got, he met, like, he's, like, literally, like a week into us dating, he literally connected with every single person I had on my LinkedIn. I was like, why are you connected with all these people? They work in completely different industries than you. It's weird.
Well,
it's okay. I mean, that's what he was, and I'm happy I saw it. But
so what do you want out of your next guy?
I just envision like a lot of I want it to be like I feel like it should be easy. Like, I just feel like if you want to see each other, you see each other. I feel like if you I want to be challenged by somebody. Like, I want to like learn and like read things together with that person. What?
In the bedroom?
What do you mean?
Challenged in the bedroom?
Well, I mean, challenge in the bedroom. I obviously sex is like super important
to me. No, I'm just talking.
In general, but like, I want to be able to like feel willing and able to be super vulnerable with somebody too. Like, if there's things that I don't know, I want to be judged that I don't know it.
Well, I mean, do you think? Okay, if you let's say you got a relationship with a guy, mm-hmm. Would you okay, the therapist you're going to, do you think that's a good idea to go to your therapist while you're in a relationship with a guy? Because maybe he'd be like, you're talking to this person, you can't confide in me, et cetera, or, you know.
No, I mean, I would want to talk, like,
would you stop going to your therapist if you got a relationship with a guy?
If the person wanted me to, then yeah. But again, I'd have to have stipulations. Like, they'd have to understand why I go to a therapist. That means that, like, I'm going to come home and I'm going to need to dissect some shit that just happened at work. Like, are you going to be able to handle that? Are you going to want to shut down and, like, tell me that I'm being bossy in it? Like, you're going to see a very bad side of me. Like, my work side of me is fuck every other word, and I just get super riled up. And she knows how to be like, okay, like, I know you're doing that so you don't just, like, lose your shit. And I know you're swearing a lot right now so you don't lose your shit. She's like, but you need to, like, calm down.
How long have you see your therapist for?
2 years.
Like, is it every weekend or every?
Yeah, it's here every week.
Is she like married or something, or have?
Yeah, married, kids. Yeah. She was actually she was the person that my ex and I saw when we were deciding to divorce.
So she couldn't save it? She couldn't salvage it for you guys?
No, it was actually to discuss, like, is this the right decision for us or not? So she was like a mediator. So she would just like ask questions so him and I could talk it out.
So if I asked your husband, I think I asked you that, what would he tell me about you? What he
says that he'll probably say that I'm an A-type personality, that I'm really passionate, that sometimes I can treat people like employees, because that's what he said I would do to him.
Oh, you treated him like an employee?
That's what he said I would do, but it was only because he just sat on the couch and I just didn't know what to do. And I'm like, my employees know what to do.
Like, he had a 9-to-5 job and... Right?
Yeah.
And
my employees know what to do. Maybe if I treat you like them, like you'll.
Well, yeah, I get the employee type of employer type of vibe from you. I think I've said that before, but
I've never treated another person like the way the person I started feeling like I was gonna start treating like that was the stupid rebound guy, because he would literally just like. I don't know what to do. How do I do this? I'm going to go on an interview. What questions should I do? Can you interview me? I'm like, I don't want to come home and work again. Like, he would make me want to, like, work with him again. So that actually did make me feel like I was his boss. And I was like, oh, God. I know. After being told, like, I treated my ex like an employee, I didn't want to be around another person that actually literally wanted me to treat them like an employee. So
your ex-husband, like, when he came home and sat on the couch, I mean, did he, after work, did he play video games?
He just would, he watched a lot of sports, a lot of shows on Netflix. He played a lot of golf, so there was that.
So he's a normal guy.
Yeah, he's a normal guy. He's not a bad person at all. It's just he didn't know how to love me the way that I wanted to be loved, and we didn't make each other better. Like, all of his buddies that he played golf with also were married and had kids, and he would get upset with them because they wouldn't be able to golf as much because, you know, they have kids and like they have family trips that they're going on, and like he never would want to go like on a vacation or anything like that. Well, he would want to go on a vacation, but he wouldn't make the efforts to do anything about it. Like when I got this job and I was told that I had to train in Australia, I was like, well, do you want to go to Australia? He's like, yeah. And I was like, cool, like I have so much stuff to do to get ready for this job. Why don't you start looking for tickets or whatever? And he's like, well, geez, then where would I stay and how would I get there and what would I was like, okay. So I planned everything and paid for everything for him to go down there. And then when I was working and in training, he's like, so what should I do today? I'm like, fucking Google it. I don't know, like, seriously, get your shit together. And then he had this like